want every side to come together to attempt to take down the 100 side.
Man, they gotta
We want
understand,
all the
right?
smoke.
We go off the content.
Three, two, one. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. No capping. I'm your host, bringing you nothing but straight fire and authenticity. Today, we're diving into 12 rooms that I got to promote. The 100 ENT showroom, hosted by Big Wack100. The Beehive room. Love and R&B room, hosted by the queen of the 100 side, R&B. No room for the weak. No mercy room. Spin the block room. 100 ENT Jailbreak Squad room. 100 ENT South room. Petty Betty and Toxic Tanya room. Dangerous Minds room, hosted by Beast. Good Burger, hosted by Pitbull. Sleepless in LA, and many more. If you want to get closer or you want to be a part of the show, go to Clubhouse, follow one of these rooms, or you look for a room titled with Wack100. These particular videos all made possible by the one and only Wack100. Get ready to vibe with me as we explore the hardest topics that need some real recognition in the streets. Let's jump right into it and show some love to this channel by hitting the like and or subscribe button. So, without further ado, hold it down. One mic on Wack.
Straight up. I don't know why I hope women get off that bandwagon. Because men can make some of the most savage decisions that you can't fathom. Okay, let me understand this. So you saying that gotta go, yeah. You saying my son is over there with that movement. But if we don't kill this shit off, it's gonna shut what we got going on down. And he knows that. Yeah. You know what the woman gonna say? Don't do it, it's our son. Guess what I'm gonna say? Push the button. I don't know what. Where are the women? Come on, we got a whole flow. Y'all really feel like y'all stronger than men? You really don't know the type of decisions we done made in life. No, the fact that y'all really believe that shit is crazy. We're emotionally stronger than men. The word emotions, we numb ourselves as men. We don't even got no. Somebody dying in the family, you niggas crying for 8 months. What? What happened? Nigga dead? She dead? Okay. It's my sister. Okay, she dead. What we gotta do? Niggas lay up, stop eating, all kind of crazy shit. Where is this narrative coming from? All right, let's move traffic. Where we gotta go? Where we going? No room for the week? That's where we going?
Yep, no room for
Let's move. Let's go on over there because we talking about no room for the week for sure.
Right,
Yeah, I can't believe they really believe they stronger than us, fellas. This shit crazy.
No, they just got a taste of that Ego podcast. Make sure y'all go join the 100 show on YouTube.
Man, shit crazy.
That's the conversations that's going to be had. Thank y'all for pulling up to the South. Click that link. We're going over to No Room for the Week. Don't pull up if you...
may threaten our very existence. With that
accomplished in the military, in civilian government, in science, and in journalism. Some of the testimony you will hear them deliver today does not reflect well on influential individuals and agencies within the U.S. federal government and perhaps some of our contractors. It's never easy to present such information publicly. Our witnesses voluntarily agreeing to being here today. This hearing is intended to help Congress and the American people to learn the extent of the programs and activities our government has engaged in with respect to UAPs and what knowledge it has yielded. This includes, of course, any knowledge of extraterrestrial life or technology of non-human origin. If government-funded research on UAPs has not yielded any useful knowledge, we also need to know those facts. Taxpayers deserve to know how much has it been invested, how much has been spent. They shouldn't be kept in the dark to spare the Pentagon a little bit of embarrassment. The reality is, despite their enormous taxpayer-funded budgets, the transparency of the Defense Department and the intelligence community have long been abysmal. The Pentagon has failed 6 consecutive audits. In fact, it's never actually passed one. Adding to this is a runaway overclassification of documents and materials, a reluctance to declassify materials when appropriate, and at times an outright refusal to share critical information with Congress. In short, it's not a track record that instills trust. So Congress has tried in recent years to lift the veil and find out if information about UAPs is being withheld, not only from the American public, but also from their elected representatives in Congress. Part of the transparency effort was legislation created in the Pentagon, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or ARROW, but the new office is struggling
I think everybody
to get
in
its
here
footing.
Y'all wanted to continue to listen to that? They talking about just UAPs and stuff. They really trying to break it down. Or should we get
you said that's live?
Content? This live. That's the only reason I was playing it. Faith had brought it out.
Yeah, I just letting y'all know it's live from Congress. But hey, we can listen to something else. Go ahead, Kobe.
Oh, this Faith content?
Well, I just brought it y'all attention. I
She
wasn't
just brought it up. Nobody, we was just playing it. Listen to it. But welcome to No Room for the Week on the Clubhouse app. How y'all feeling today? Shit, it's hustle mode. What's the word? Talk shit Tuesday. We got all the moderators on stage. We got all the other people in the goo. If you got a pink ticket, make sure you go up top, become a member of the room. You know we always get it lit in here. But shit, I got some cool content today. What's going on with this Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, Rock Nation stuff? Have y'all been able to do it? Anybody on the floor been able to discuss with Nicki and Jay-Z?
Yeah, they talked about a little bit in the last room. They said they felt like she was kind of being a bully a little bit.
Who, Nicki?
Yeah, but then they said, like, I guess she was exposing shit, and they said they think she knows some stuff, and she gonna over the next, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, she gonna expose some stuff.
I've been seeing a whole bunch of tweets and different type of posts all day, all morning. So I got this little thing. I got Breakfast Club, speaking about it a little bit, just to open it up for us a little bit. Faith, if you could play that for me up top, I'd appreciate it.
All right, hold on.
So, over the weekend, Beyonce took her tour to Paris. And
I don't have a premium, so hold on. Okay.
So, over the weekend, Beyonce took her tour to Paris. And, of course, all of the celebrities popped out. But one of the biggest names that people were excited to see, he's at every tour stop, but Jay-Z actually came out on stage with Beyonce in Paris. Now, this is a big deal for several reasons. It has been 7 years since they have performed on stage together. So, first of all, let's take a listen to Jay-Z coming out to Drunk in Love.
That's not Drunk in Love. That's Crazy in Love. That's Crazy in Love.
Okay.
Crazy.
She got Dangerous in Love, Crazy in Love, and Drunk in Love.
Yes. Well, the point of playing the performance clips between the two of them was the fact that when he came out, it was a surprise, so the crowd went crazy. Again, he's been at the other tour stops, but he has not been on stage. So that happens. He comes on stage, they perform a few songs, and then he goes into N-words in Paris while in Paris, and people think he took a dab here at Kanye West. Let's take a listen.
I just might let you be me. That was not a dig.
he literally just substituted Ye name for his wife.
You caught it, yes. But because
It's her concert.
Exactly, which makes a lot of sense, and that is what performers do. But you know that there was the whole Kanye West getting online with the tweets about the kids, and then Mama Tina made, her comments or all that. So people felt like this was him, like, finally getting his revenge back. But I don't feel like it was the thing. Huh, exactly.
And by people, you mean Twitter, of course.
Oh yeah, the fans were going crazy. They were not even Twitter. I'm looking at Yahoo.com right now. All of the outlets also talked a lot about this because, they need the story, they need the headline. But in other news, while all this was happening, there was another fan theory that was working this way. Now, this one was an X theory because Nicki Minaj was online all weekend long talking about or alleging that Rock Nation has silenced her fans in an effort to get her out of here, basically.
Who the hell can silence them damn bars?
Man, nobody can silence them, man.
What are we talking about here?
Well, okay, so let's back it up. So Nicki Minaj did a verse on the Carter 6, the bonus version of the album. Yeah. It's called Banned from NO, the remix. Let's take a listen to her verse.
About the type of slides, all you do is flip flop. If I send a pick of Shannon, you ain't that sharp. Can't spell Prague, and that's horrible. We the F, baby, and the F is phenomenal. Man, already fading like a barber. They know it don't decline, so they never face Carter. French vanilla hazelnut at my Starbucks. NFL fire some and then call us.
So she says, NFL fire some N-words and then call us. Now, the song is called Banned from NO, Banned from New Orleans. And, they're throwing shots at the NFL because, remember Nicki Minaj spoke out when Lil Wayne didn't get his chance to perform. Yeah, at Super Bowl. So she's on Twitter all weekend and she's hashtagging as she's, or mentioning as she's doing some of these tweets, NFL fire some N-words and then the phone for call us. So she said, they don't want you to see it when I'm liking. So that feature was demolished. Listening devices, cameras, car tags, pages you don't follow under the following section of X. How do I get paid for that? Then she starts talking directly to the Barbs, and she's saying, Barbs, save all info on every time you get flagged or suspended and what platform it is on. Then she started retweeting fan theories, alleging basically Jay-Z's role in X Seal and after selling it to Jack Dorsey and all these things as well. But she's clearly insinuating that her fans are being silenced because some of the fans were tweeting her and saying whenever they would get online and defend her or if they would hashtag the Banned from NO song, the algorithm you wouldn't see it as clearly. It would be pushed down, shadow banned, or you just couldn't simply upload it. So I say all that because people think that Jay-Z coming out on stage with his wife in Paris to do N-words in Paris was to distract from all of this Nicki Minaj.
Y'all are ridiculous. I wanted to say something though. If Rock Nation controls all of social media, how come they can't stop everybody on social media from spreading all the negative stories about them?
About Beyonce and
about Rock Nation, period. If I was Rock Nation and I could suppress stories, wouldn't I suppress stories about myself?
All of them.
Wouldn't that make more sense?
Can we just salute Hov though? The fact that he came from Brooklyn and performed at that show and it went stupid. It was 8-ish, and then the fact that everybody was singing every word, every line. Can we just talk about that for a moment?
Keep in mind, he's a 55-year-old man whose first album came out in 1996, and he's getting that kind of love in another country and hasn't put out anything new since 2017.
Let's talk about that.
There were fan videos when he walked out because, again, they didn't know he was coming out on stage. People literally dropped their phones. They were just so in awe.
It looked so great. I was on Tim's, Kelly Rowland's husband. I was on his story. It was crazy.
Yes, they were in the suite or the section with Cardi B.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Cardi was
from there.
I'm sure.
I don't know whose it was, but they were all together. They were in a riser together. I don't know whose it belonged to. They were there.
Yeah, either way, it looked good from that section, from that suite or whatever, man. Paris, it was lit up, and those people, they act like it was the Hov tour. Like, when he came out, it was different.
I can't remember the last time I seen him on stage, so I can see why that was a long time.
But I think it was dope too because he was just in New York at the Fanatics thing, so people thought he was still there. So the fact that he came out was even more of a surprise. I don't think anybody was watching that. And congratulations, you mentioned Cardi B. I think Cardi B, her record went #1 on Apple Music this weekend. So drop a bomb for Barty.
Yes, they pulled her into the conspiracy too. They said that's why she was there to help them distract from the fact because her record just did so
Cardi was in Cannes performing for Spotify. So many people left from Cannes to go watch Beyonce in Paris on that. I think she performed This whole weekend, yeah, I'm bugging.
No, she's been out
since Thursday.
And y'all talk about the crowd, how crazy the crowd went. The reports are that there were 70,000 people in that crowd of fans, and that it was a sold out show.
I love it. Salute to Beyonce, Hove, and everybody that was there. I love it. I love seeing it. I love the energy that show gave. I mean,
yes.
Wish I was there.
And in the next hour, I know Nicki Minaj also mentioned Shannon Sharp on that song as well too. The next hour, we're going to get into some Shannon Sharp things as well.
All right, that was
we'll get into that next. Everybody else, we got front page news, and then from the big three, Ice Cube and Dwight Howard will be joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
So, what's going on with that? So I know she's trying to say that, the Rock Nation is blocking her. They trying to distract people from, her trying to figure shit out. Is anybody feel like that's true?
And she said they owe her $200 million that she was gonna use to pay for girls' college funds.
Right. What, Rock Nation really stealing money like that? Taken away? You think
$200 million is a lot. How you let it get to that amount though? Like, what was that for?
Right. So I got these tweets and stuff. Would you be down to read it for us, Miss Lloyd?
Where you got it at?
I got them put up at the top right now.
All right, I got you.
It's up there. I appreciate you.
I got you. Oh shit! Wait. No, you gotta put it back on there. It says something went wrong. Hold on. No, here it go.
Cool.
I'm opening. Can you send it to my IG?
Yeah, I got you right now. Nobody else got anything to say about the situation? I know all y'all ain't sleep on the floor in the middle of the day. What's going on?
Sound like Nicki hard.
Hey, Kobe, what was that thing you were playing in the beginning of the room?
Hey, Trucker.
Hey, what up? What up, Miss Dosha? Well, I guess I'll go back on mute. Never mind.
No, my fault, Trucker. What'd you say? I'm still trying to get this to Miss Lawyer.
Yeah, put the link in the chat. Maybe I can get it. Anybody else click on that? Is it taking you to it, or do it say something
It's taking me there.
What you need, Kobe? Somebody to read them?
Yeah. Miss Lawyer said she didn't mind.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
I put it in the chat. Unless you want to, whoever want to read it, if y'all can.
It was just quiet, so I was just trying to help you get it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Trucker, what were you saying?
I was saying about that thing you had started in the beginning of the room. You were running some combat APU units.
Yeah, the UAPs and stuff. They, pretty much just going over all the stuff. There's different type of funds going into different type of areas that are trying to keep it from the public. You know what I'm saying? And they just pretty much pointing that out, like, hey, why y'all putting money towards these things if there's not true, there's no UFOs or there's not any UAPs or anything, and then like the whistleblower.
Okay, how about that? Oh, I thought it was something else. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Because our APU unit means something else. The truck.
Okay, as it is something different. Were you able to get it, Miss Laura?
Yeah, I got it. Okay,
That's
so
good.
you want me to read her tweets?
Yeah, any of her captions and stuff.
Okay, Nicki Minaj said, what was the name of that law again? Karma's law. And then she said, touch not the anointed law. Vengeance is not the Lord's law. She said, we give God the glory and he's only just begun. She said, have a blessed day. Have a blessed day if you can. LOL. Blogs, posting lies. Thank you. More money for me. We're working. Trust. All right, and then you want this from Jay-Z, 50 Cent? Hold on.
Yeah.
Then she posted this, and it was Jay-Z's trending because the judge has granted Ramir's request to move forward with his case, and the judge has demanded Jay-Z to respond to Ramir's paternity lawsuit by July 18th. Okay, and then I guess this is another tweet from her. She said, I'm going to use some of the money Jay-Z owes me to send my barbs to college. She said, pay their college fees, student loans via my Students of the Game charity.
Right, all right. Pause right there for me. So she's bringing up these different type of headlines, and she's kind of saying they kind of disappeared. She said they're training like a day or two ago, 3 days ago, but now they're gone. It's like they're being paid to be moved away or moved out the public. You get what I'm saying, lawyer?
Yeah. And then she said, this is what she say about the money now. She said, we've calculated 100 to 200 mil so far. Jay-Z called me to settle the karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. She said, let's get it, nigga. And anyone still calling him Hov will answer to God for the blasphemy. Yep.
So
that shit's so weird. How you expect him to owe you 300 mil when he sold the company for 300 mil?
And then she said, Barbs, let's trend Jay-Z again before I go to Twitch or Kick. So she about to go really loud. That's why old girl in the last room said we about to sit back with the popcorn because she about to let some shit go.
You think she knows something?
I think so. Well, she about to tell something. I don't care if it's made up.
Hell yeah,
she about to
Kobe.
say something.
You know what? I believe she definitely got a text message, maybe a picture or something, maybe a recorded call. It is 2025 and have been recording calls and doing 3-ways for a very long time.
Yeah,
anyway, he knows
And then she went back, I guess in this tweet, she went back to Megan and she said, oh no, what's that law again? Bah, ha, 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 ha. So
I don't think she knows shit. I think she's trying to calculate some, like, okay, what she could have been getting from certain things, like investments or whatever the case may be. But I don't think she was guaranteed nothing.
If she got the receipts and, did the audit.
If she got the receipts, she would be going to court about 200 mil. Man.
Okay, this where it's going to get crazy, y'all. This where it's going to get crazy. She said, dear Jay-Z and Desiree, she said, you ruin hip-hop, you ruin football, you ruin basketball, you ruin touring, you ruin Instagram, you ruin Twitter. The jig is up. She said, all of this is alleged for me for entertainment purposes only. Is alleged for me for entertainment purposes only. Yeah.
Right, like how she did that.
Nicki is mad. Nicki is mad because Lil Wayne didn't get on the Super Bowl. Nicki is mad because her and Lil Wayne had a subpar remix that nobody cared about. Nicki is including herself in a lawsuit about a paternity test that has nothing to do with her. But she's talking about Megan and the Megan's Law. Nicki, do you really want people to dig into your family business?
Right.
Yeah. And she messing with everybody because just the other day, like I said, it's a live up you can watch. I seen it on Twitter, but okay, she was on a live. Somebody else got on her live. You know, you can get in the boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody else was in the box, and they mentioned Cardi B breaking up with that dude and what Offset. And Offset went and liked one of her comments or something like that. So somebody mentioned Cardi B and that NFL player breaking up, and she was laughing in the background as the woman was saying this. Yeah. She didn't say nothing verbally, but she was laughing like a in the background.
No. So you think Nicki, all this is just because Nicki's mad at the Super Bowl and because her song didn't go as viral?
Let me ask you the question. How did Rock Nation ruin football and basketball?
I don't know. They didn't put Lil Wayne
That's
in the Super
Nikki's
Bowl.
opinion, though. That's her
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Like,
She
can't
take that away.
nobody discredit how she feel
You
about
you
that.
ask
Maybe you
you ask
feel like they didn't,
you
or why is she saying
you
it? But we don't know that because we ain't
you
spoke to her or heard from
absolutely
her.
right.
But I
Nikki has a
absolutely
right.
do think of
Nikki has a
Jay-Z's
right to say.
position in picking people for the Super Bowl. Doesn't he have
Nick,
and that nigga Jay-Z, first of all, let's not act like anything he do, it do get pushed to the shadows. Like,
Nikki has
all right,
Nikki has
we okay, let me finish. You say we need black and white on niggas to call them this, that, and the third, use the R word, whatever, so they don't flag my Clubhouse account. But while Diddy was fighting, he was called a trap while he was guilty before proven innocent. R. Kelly, who else? There was a couple other different people that been accused of raping Trey Songz, Chris Brown, or abuse, or whatever you want to call it. Soon as you say something about this or you allege these things, it goes viral. Everybody talking about it. Everybody already calling them names and putting them jackets on them. They say this nigga had a Jane Doe that claimed that he or was she was a minor. It's like everybody just look at this nigga like what they call him, ho. Like he, like, you feel me? So I get sometimes she do be on a rant and she do just be saying shit, but I kind of understand her from a certain point of view, because they do look at this nigga like he got.
So
Jay-Z became a
didn't take
part.
a stake in the Washington Commanders.
No,
They
that's
were
Magic Johnson. That's
Magic
Magic
Johnson got
Johnson.
staked in.
No, I
Fandy.
misread that. I
Damn,
I'll
you
take
dumb.
that. Yeah. No, I misread that part. Okay.
That's
So
because you can't read, stupid.
basketball then. Okay, so NFL. You guys want to be so right.
Nah,
Okay, so
don't
he
get on
didn't
your
on the
mic
NFL
talking
team.
about us being
Does
so
that
whatever when
minimize
you
the
can't
fact
read
that
right.
1 second? Does that minimize the fact just because he didn't own an NFL team? Okay, I misspoke. I'll take that. You guys are still trying to invalidate Nicki Minaj saying that he has an influence in ruining certain fucking sports and genres and shit. You can't say that that's not true when he does. Y'all got it.
Jay-Z.
He has no. Can I? All right, let me.
Go ahead, Jay.
Thank you.
Is that J-Bo or Uptown? Go ahead.
I'm going to say this, and you know, there are people, literal people in the Justice Department that comb through NFL, MLB, NHL, and NFL, NBA games to look for specific people to throw games. Look at the analytics to see how is it possible that a person influenced the game or the outcome of the game unfairly, a la Jonte Porter and Malik Beasley. If this was such some grand conspiracy, you don't think this shit would have came out? Like, he has no direct control over NFL game. He controls who plays on the end. I mean, who plays in
He
the.
has full control. You guys are trying to make some shit out of nothing. Like, I never
He
said
don't have
that. I said
partial
he has
control.
fucking
Only thing he has
influence.
control of
He
who
definitely does.
gets on the
But
microphone.
the fact that y'all just told me that something that I said was right wasn't right. I'm not listening to that shit. What the fuck?
He didn't.
Y'all
He
gonna
never
speak your
owned
favorite
the
y'all.
team. That
Y'all
was
Whoever
gonna
said
speak.
you was right, you never said you was right.
Why y'all letting her
I did say
gas
he
like
owned
that?
a NBA and NFL team, a share of it, not owned
He
it.
never
So he
owned
said
it.
you were wrong.
Never owned
He
it.
had a share in it.
That's
Yes,
not
he did.
owning. That's not owning.
You can buy stock in something.
So if you, what, the voter is not owning something? Like,
No, a shareholder is a shareholder.
They're just investors.
all right. You guys got it. Y'all take it.
Don't get mad at us because you saying shit that don't make sense.
Y'all so smart.
Well, I mean, we know about what we talk about. Sorry.
No, y'all don't.
You don't.
About shit and just speak.
Look at her getting emotional. Don't get emotional. Have a conversation. Don't get emotional.
She got a point there.
Okay.
Shareholders are owners of whatever they got.
Owners of their share.
No, whatever company it is, if you own a share in it.
They own a percentage of that company. They don't own the whole thing.
He's not a majority shareholder or nothing.
The whole thing, though. Stop putting words in my mouth.
Hey, Brock has ownership in the Green Bay Packers, right?
Your mic is too loud.
Hey, so what? So what? You know Brock has share in the Green Bay Packers, right? Does he own it? Well, sorry. Be quiet. Mute up then. Hey, don't you know Brock has ownership in Green Bay Packers in?
If you
He's
live
a
in that
part
motherfucking
owner.
city, you
What are you
do.
talking about? Nigga, he's a part owner. If he actually went to the board
So that
meetings
means
and fucking had an influence, he
He
would
ain't
be
going to
part.
no board meetings.
Exactly, because he
that
don't
mean
got.
Brock can get them to throw
He
games
can't
then.
get his ass
Right.
to
So
throw
we
up.
should put Brock in
Right.
there too. Brock owes somebody $200 million. Fuck it. Where Brock at? Brock
Brock
got
is
court.
not Jay-Z. Why are you comparing those two? Like their albums are not even close
They
to
own the
anything
same
to be.
percentage share, 1%.
Right.
Man, y'all. You're right, R&B. Men are more emotional than women.
But you're the
If
one that's
so,
getting out of your body because don't nobody agree with you.
No,
so
it's because too
then
many
if
people are talking to me and I
This
get
is a talking
overstimulated.
app. We're
You
gonna
don't
talk.
have to.
We're gonna
Nah,
talk.
but once you don't have to, you don't have to
Definitely we
shut it.
can though. You don't call the
You
shot on
can
who
have
get to
some
talk.
decorum.
You
You
don't
can have
have
some
the. You
decorum.
need to have decorum too then.
Well, lead by example then, right?
No, you say some shit wrong, we're gonna refute
I
you with the
didn't.
truth.
Y'all did. I did it. I said the
Says a
NFL.
mother don't know how to shoot a jump shot, throw a
I'm
spiral,
right and
or
you're
get in the
wrong, and there's
defensive
nothing you can
stand.
do about it, illiterate.
Daughter's
so I have
illiterate.
a question. I got a question for
Oh
DA.
damn.
So
Yeah, I did that.
if you buy stock in Apple, are they gonna send you all your Apple shit for free? Absolutely not. You don't
They
run
might.
nothing when you buy
If I
stock.
start investing
They
in
not.
promoting and stuff,
They're
if
not
I get
though.
an endorsement, they might. If I get an, if they might, I might get sponsored. You never know. That's how these fucking celebrities and shit
They
are
wouldn't
getting there when
sponsor
y'all start
you if
putting
you're
stuff
an
on
That's not
owner.
the
YouTube.
same thing, baby.
What? Huh?
Yeah, you can start certain jobs and you immediately get like shares into the company. You don't own, you still got a boss. You don't can't walk in there like I'm the owner now.
I never said that, but okay, so back to the original point of Nicki Minaj is not far off with the influence that Jay-Z has. I think that she's a bogus ass, bully ass, bitter woman. But with that part about Jay-Z,
Pot calling the kettle
I'm not
black
too
again.
surprised. She is bitter. She's bitter as fuck.
Pot calling the
She's
kettle
the
black
definition of a
again.
bitter black woman.
Pot calling the kettle
Yeah.
black again.
Rock Nation, as far as the NFL, probably have about maybe, I'm looking at right now, 5 athletes up under their tutelage. I forgot who was that. Somebody that came off the mic and they talked about Rich Paul. Rich Paul has probably more people under his sports agency than Jay-Z or Rock Nation. As far as the football is concerned, in Jay-Z, nobody talked about his influence or talked about how he was ruining the halftime show until everybody's favorite artist didn't get an opportunity to perform. And still, when it came down to that, there were a committee of people that had say so. He had a vote, but they had say so at the end, right? So what I'm saying is, what I started off saying about Nicki Minaj, you can have an opinion about anybody you want. Like I said, opinions are like assholes. But when you start talking about other people and things that they're doing, don't think that people are not going to point the spotlight at you. Her laughing at his paternity test, her laughing, talking about the Megan's Law thing with Megan and all of these type of things, or nobody's listening to our song because they're shadow banning it. How about nobody's listening to that album just in general because it's not the most popular thing right now? You know, failure can come in very different waves. And just because Jay-Z has one spoken piece of the Super Bowl, that doesn't mean he's ruining the sport. That's me. I that's all I have to say. I don't understand with logic how he's ruining football and basketball, and he don't even have important parts to do with the making of the sports.
What other shit?
We don't
What
know
else
what
did she say
these
she ruined
celebrities
again?
are doing on the back end. Just how Diddy, all these people, celebrities, and everything else have like behind the doors, closed scenes with this nigga. We don't know what. he's doing and controlling behind these things. We don't know that. So to have an opinion and say, oh no, that's not happening, that's just crazy. That's delusional to think that the unexpected is not to be expected. I don't know. Or
You
did I
just
say
If
that
she
want
right?
it to
have
be
an
true.
opinion, yeah, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
I
She
don't
has
really
an
care. I
opinion,
can
and I
just
have
see it
one too.
possible. I can
She
just
has
see
an
it possible. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't care.
Yeah, she has an opinion, and we have one too, and we think her opinion is wrong. That's just
Well,
what it is.
DVS, don't you think it's a possibility sometimes we attribute and we give people too much credit? Because she just brought up Diddy, and I look at the thing for years and years and years and years. We were under the impression that Diddy owned Ciroc. That everybody was, this is Diddy's brand. Come to find out, he was the front man. So sometimes we give people too much power. I mean, again, under the impression like we've never heard anything about Jay-Z and the NFL and it not being a good look. As long as he was a part of the like choosing, everybody liked it when he was bringing Beyonce, Rihanna, when he was doing his thing. Oh, we got Jay-Z foot in the door. Now this 1 year that nobody got what they wanted with the Wayne and the Cash Money reunion possibly in New Orleans. Now it's Jay-Z ain't not a good look for it. But years prior, everybody was championing Jay-Z for being able to control the halftime show.
Dr.
I
Dre
mean,
and Snoop
control.
was a good look.
Yeah, I mean, we love when Beyonce was out there stepping and had the Black Panther beret on. Everybody loved Jay Z for being in the NFL. And he getting his foot in the door. We got Jay
I
Z
think
doing
that
this,
was
Jay
a
Z doing
love of
that.
Beyonce. I don't think they're
That was
championing him.
before. Yeah, that was before he became. What's the name? She did that with
You,
Bruno Mars. So that
you
was
sure?
before.
Because I think he was
Yeah.
there.
That was before. That was
Say,
before.
not
That
saying
was
I
Bruno
it.
didn't know.
Mars. She was
Hey,
in
but
Bruno Mars show.
you brought up the Diddy stuff, but so no, he was a front man, but you know he had influence though. He may not have owned it, but he was influenced a lot in the company. You get what I'm saying? So he was able. He not necessarily walk in like I own this bitch, but he
What
was able to
influence did he have?
get
Did he
some
make the
tables to
record?
shift when he walked in. You know?
I
So
mean, what did he
Kobe,
influence besides the front
He
marketing
influenced
it?
Johnny
The
50% of the
Super
profit.
Bowl only.
so Minaj making those comments, she has an opinion, and we have one too. She said he's ruining NBA and NFL. We say we don't agree with her. That's just all it really is.
She said who's ruining Jay Z?
She said Jay Z is ruining NFL,
Jay Z ain't doing nothing for the NFL, but Super Bowl halftime and all that
and
shit.
that's what
That's
we've
it.
been
That's what we've
saying.
been saying.
She ain't making no decision on drafts or coaches or players.
Or
He just,
shares, or
he
marketing
ain't doing none of that.
dollars, or none of that.
And how he ruining the NBA.
And that's what we were talking about. We said basically her gripe between Jay-Z is, my personal opinion, her gripe with Jay-Z is that she was upset about that Super Bowl situation. And also the situation with title and all of that. I said, so she's upset with him about that, and she's taking strikes. And I said,
Well,
it's
here
okay
goes
to
the
take
thing,
strikes.
Devious. Where she's fucking up at is Kendrick had the top viewed Super Bowl show. So for you to say he's up, the nigga outran Michael. So he
Right,
must have made a great decision. His job, he outran Michael Jackson. So his
right.
job is to put somebody on the stage that's gonna bring the viewers in, so the viewers can see the commercial advertisement that the people paying for. So next year, because so many people tuned in, if the commercial advertisement was 7 million, now it's probably gonna go to 10. He doing his
Right.
job. I don't think she understands that.
It's just her, she's emotionally involved because Wayne didn't get the Super Bowl. And I get it. Everybody wanted him to get it, but guess what? What you just said, Wack, because those numbers were so high, if Jay-Z say John Wayne or whoever, Eric Clapton should perform, the Super Bowl is going to follow his lead because look at the numbers that you
And they
brought us.
put
This was
him
your
there. They
recommendation.
put him there to make those decisions.
For entertainment only. He's not he have nothing to do. He go in there try to tell them NFL owners what to do. They
Now I'm gonna
laughing.
tell you this right now: the way Lil Wayne been acting and his performances, shit, like bro been somewhere else. And Wayne don't give a f- he gonna do what he wanna do. He ain't gonna about how you look or how you. I think he made the right decision. This shit wasn't about New Orleans. It's about what the world want to see.
Right.
Anybody been paying attention to Wayne's last previous performances?
Yeah.
He kind of just been floating it.
Yeah, he looked like he's been out of.
I mean, the floor is open. Where Diaz? What was Diaz
That
talking about?
WrestleMania shit was awful.
Is that Uptown down there? Uptown and got a little funny on us. He don't come over here no more.
That's bullshit, Wack. I come here every day. I
Nah,
was on
that's
another
cap.
page.
That's cap.
Bro, keep it G, keep it a buck. I come over every day. I'll be in the chat because I had my other page. I just had a new. I got my phone back.
That's cap. You
Bro, I come
100%
over here every
trenches,
day.
nigga. You
I be in the trenches
100%
too.
trenches. I should have went
No,
over there
I
and
ain't like
blocked
100%
your ass.
trenches.
Yeah, I
We
be
all the
checking
same.
you
Come
out.
on, 100. What you say? 100
That's a
trenches. 100
fact.
trenches. Same shit.
I see you once every 3 months now, nigga.
I come over here every day. I be in the chat. You look in the chat. I got my other
In the
page.
chat. Chat for, nigga.
I be in the chat on my other page. I don't be coming on. I be bullshitting. This my phone right here. I'm back in action.
You be on the floor in the trenches though, right?
I be on the floor in the trenches, and I come over in the chat and I dip out.
Yeah, I see what's
We
going
all the
on.
same shit, man.
They told me what they told you, but I ain't tripping.
What they tell me?
I ain't gonna say nothing. You got it.
No, I'm saying, Wack, I want to hear it. Well, you know, I want to hear it.
What DS in here tripping over, man? Where'd she go?
She said Jay-Z won the NFL.
Right here.
What the she mad about now? What she mad about?
I'm
Where
not
she
mad.
at?
I just hate being cut off, and then when I cut somebody off, they kicking me to the goo like some little hoes.
What
But
happened?
it's okay.
What you was talking about?
Just saying my opinion about seeing where Nikki stands on him ruining sports and stuff in her eyes, or just knowing what
Who
he
growing in
involved in and what
sports?
he's had.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
You think he
Right,
made a
that's what
bad
she said.
decision?
Huh?
You think he made a bad decision?
Did he? No, absolutely not. I don't think so.
Yeah,
But I just
I
know how
don't know.
much influence Jay-Z has too, though. Like even him coming out at Beyonce's concert and stuff, the whole crowd went crazy. He's a big influence on the industry, not just in rap and hip hop and stuff, in NFL, NBA, all of that.
Yeah, but when it comes to owners and shit, that's some different shit. This 4Extra shit, I'm learning some other shit. They say the nigga lit this shit while he was in the car.
Yeah. Hey. You want me to send it? You want me to send
No,
that
I mean
R?
we need the content. Put the
Yeah,
shit
I
up.
was
We
looking
want
for the
to
content. Where
Oh,
was it?
I can send it. I ain't modded, but I can send it to
put
somebody.
it up. You weird ass with snakes, snake
I
ass.
modded because I guess they thought I was gonna argue or something. I ain't gonna do nothing, man.
Who ain't out of here? Put the shit up.
All right, hold
God
on.
damn it! Like what the fuck going on? You the snake woman, you know?
Yo, that nigga went partially blind too.
Well, he was blind for like hours. Then they
Damn.
put something in his eyes, and then they said he could see again. But then Adam said again today, it ain't all the way back.
What was it that he lit? An M80?
The M80 or M100, one of the two. Quarter, you know, they both
What
can
the
sell
f is
the
an
stick.
M100?
No, I
Well,
thought
you
it was
know,
an M1000.
it was 1,000.
It
Yeah,
was
they
an
just bigger,
M1000.
Guap. They just bigger, Guap.
No,
That's
that
nigga,
means
that's
nigga,
like a
that's a
quarter
half a
stick of
stick.
dynamite.
Yeah,
A quarter
that
stick.
shit was like a
A
grenade.
quarter stick is the M80. That M1000, that's a half a stick of dynamite.
Oh shit, you right.
But what he had in his hand was M80s. So
But
I
the M80 go crazy.
see the
So
M80 is the
imagine what an
stem coming from the
M1000 do.
side. The M1000 is the stem coming from the middle. They longer. But why? See, if you in a car and you in the passenger seat, how in the hell did the left side of the driver's face get blown off.
Because he was driving, and so he had lit it in the car, and it was supposed to go. You know how you drive and it goes out the window, but it doubled back into the car, from what I understand.
Then how did it get his hand? His hand wouldn't have been there.
It sounded like Wack, he was cocking back and then blew it. Like if he in the passenger, he in his left hand, he cocked back to throw it and it went off before he let it out of his hand.
No, but it's his right hand. So that means 4 Extras must have been driving. Yeah, 4 Extra must have been driving. Unless, like R&B said, he brought his right hand across his body to sling it and it went off. But if you driving, why is your head? I don't know.
Why would
He
you
could have tried to throw it out the driver's side too.
That's some stupid shit though.
Yeah, love, this shit finna go crazy. This shit finna go crazy.